Yo, what's going on, everybody? You know, my name Rich Lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man of principle, man of respect. Well, I'm a God man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a God primordial being. I'm a you know what I'm saying? Our people is amongst the top of the top. That's a whole nother story. I ain't trying to get nobody too upset right now. But like I said, before I get started, this is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? I'm just talking ish. I'm drinking, you know what I'm saying? See what's in that glass, man. Good old wine. So everything I'm saying is, just joking. But it was a few things on my mind, man. I was just looking at, the progression of our people, and I like where we're heading, man. Like the youth got a lot of balls, man. They, what I'm saying, they next up, they pretty much gonna be, you know, um, how they speak like the 144,000, like the chosen ones. I feel like the new generation are the chosen ones, and I feel like at some point in time we're gonna follow their lead. What I'm saying, I truly believe that. It's just insane, like how the 1% is trying to create biblical times. They with the weather disasters and all of these earthquakes and just all this stuff that's going on. You know what I mean? Like it's just insane, man. It's just crazy how they have all of our history, meaning the copper beans, the melanated beans. My people. It's crazy how our history is just locked away, and they slowly starting to release it. Slowly. You know what I mean? You have a lot of our history in the Grand Canyon. They have our gold, they have our technology. You see hieroglyphs with people that's same color as me, a little darker. You know what I mean? Anywhere there's a cutoff point, because it's like a cutoff point. When you go to the Grand Canyon, it's a reason why, because they don't want you to know that we've been here before everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like just like beyond the ice walls, when Admiral Byrd, he ran into beings that look like me. Hence why, and this is what baffles me, right? How could you know people believe that it's going to be like a official World War III? Like you can't think these countries really hate each other because they all have a treaty in Antarctica. Like think about that. So you mean to tell me we got beef, what I'm saying, just what I'm saying, when it comes to like regular ish, but when it comes to Antarctica, we cool. Like we can have a drink, what I'm saying, we got a hose together and all that. Like everybody just peaceful. Every nation. You get what I'm saying? Like every it's interesting. Every nation is peaceful when it comes to Antarctica. Come on, bro. People gotta question like what's going on, man. It's just a lot of things I just don't agree with. Like I just don't agree with the alphabet community. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have no problem with whoever is in that community, because I have a few good friends, like female friends that's in that community that I love and respect. So it's no disrespect, you know, to whoever is living that life. I know it's not y'all fault. It's really a mental illness for real. Like, you know what I mean? It's like if that community continue to spread, then we can go, we can go extinct. You know what I'm saying? We're put here to repopulate, take care of Mother Earth, and and just and just learn like spirituality. Pretty much, you know, like we was put here to learn a spiritual lesson, like to pretty much ascend to the next level, to transition to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we're stagnant because it's so much, you know, weird stuff that's going on. You know what I'm saying? And that's why anybody that that promotes the alphabet community, like that, like anybody who's straight and you're like supporting it, like going hard. Like for instance, you have our women that goes hard for this transgender movement when they trying to replace you. You know what I'm saying? It's like I really have a strong disgust for women that's like that. Like, and like I said, this is no disrespect to nobody. I'm just talking ish. I'm drinking wine. I got the wine in me, so you know what I'm saying? It's for entertainment purposes only. I'm just joking, like, but am I really? Am I really joking? Or am I? You know what I'm saying? But so yeah, man, and I'm glad that Trump is kind of cracking down on that community. And I mean, like I said, I liked it when if you was in that life, it's cool. They kept it indoors. They knew better not to come outside with this. Like, they just knew better. Like, either they was embarrassed or they was scared because people wasn't playing that. Like, I wanted to go back to that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, keep that indoors. There wasn't no really such thing as no parade and all of that. Like, because like the real ones, you know, back then, they was not trying to have their kids around the goofy ish. You know what I'm saying? The Sodom and Gomorrah activities. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I respected that so much. Like, now it's like people are so scared to speak against certain things. You know what I mean? So it's just, I don't know, man. It's just disappointing, man. Like, but on to the next topic. Gangs. I despise gangs. Like, if you in a gang, like, especially if you like in your 30s and up, or even 25 and up, like, you bug. Like, what are you doing? Like, and like I said, there's no disrespect to the actual, members that's, what I'm saying, that's active, and they, whatever. Like, there's no disrespect to y'all, whatever, like that. But I feel, you know, when it comes to my people killing their own, like, we killing our own, like, what I'm saying, like, for instance, like, I'm a Crip, and somebody that look just like me, just because they got a different color of, like, a piece of fabric, like a cloth, like a rag that's red, and my joint is blue. I want to take, you know this god king's head off, or I want to take his life and put his family through a world of hurt over some colors, over blocks that we don't even own. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, it gotta stop sometime, man. Like, it just gotta stop, man. Like, do you know how strong we will be, like, if we was all like locked in? You know what I'm saying? Like, we all locked in, bro. Like, they can't touch us, and that's what they scared of, bro. Like, the number one threat on the FBI list is not a terrorist, is not serial killers, whatever, like that. It's not a Unabomber. You know what it is? It's a black messiah. That's the number one threat to the US, is a black messiah. Now let that sink in. Come on, man. They know who we are, bro. They know who we are. Yo, I love being, you know, yeah, like, we're the gods and goddesses of the earth, man. Like, we ought to be respected. We've been here before anybody. They all know that this is our land. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no deporting us, so we ain't worried about, stuff like that. But I send prayers out, to my brothers and sisters, my Mexican brothers and sisters, that's and my Boricua brothers and sisters, and Dominicano brothers and sisters that's actually getting deported. Like, those are still our brothers and sisters, or whatever, like that. And like I said, there's no offense that we're not on the front line with y'all with this, whatever, like that, because we know a lot of y'all really don't mess with us. Y'all don't f with us like that. Like, and it's sad because we love y'all. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, we know that we have to sit this one out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is no disrespect to y'all. We love y'all. You know what I'm saying? But y'all just kind of got to get out of y'all head with this prejudice towards us, like, in, you know, y'all are our brothers and sisters. Y'all just from a different tribe. We love y'all. Like, I love y'all personally, but it's like, don't take it. Don't take offense if we sit this out, because when all of this stuff was happening, when the racism was happening years ago, and we was, the LA riots, and even going back, we was getting dogs, German shepherds sicked on our people, and all of this stuff. Like, y'all wasn't on the front line. Like, yo, get them. Y'all wasn't rustling dogs off pregnant women that was getting bit up, and our people getting put in headlocks, choked out, getting beat with batons and all that. Y'all wasn't on the front line with us. Like, so it's like, if we sit it out, you can't really take offense to that. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, man. I was just drinking and just thinking. I just had to vent, man. I just had to, what I'm saying, come on here, and it's crazy. But like I said, we are in the last days. We are in the last days. We are in biblical times. But you kind of got to watch what's going on, because, like I said, the Messiah, the true Messiah, is of melanin. So you can't let Project, I don't want to say the name, but I'm gonna just say Project Glue Team. Shout out to Queef. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say, they'll put a false image in the sky, and everybody gonna fall to their knees. Like, you can't really, you know what I'm saying? And it's just it's just interesting, man. And as far as the extraterrestrials go, I've had experience with I actually seen one of myself, and I'll, explain, going to detail in another video. But I know that they are real, and it blew my mind because they actually came in my room. You know what I'm saying? I've been abducted a few times. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, when I was laying in the bed, I heard something like something was being extracted, like information, or something was being extracted from my, from my brain. And for some reason, like, I was still, I couldn't move, but my eyes like just opened, and I was conscious, and I could move my head. So I literally turned my head around, and I seen like a being that was like 3 to 4 foot tall, and I literally turned and seen him. I'm talking about big ass head. Like, he looked at, like, I have the drawing, I have the time and the date and everything, written down in the book. That next video, I'll disclose it. I'll show that. And he literally phased into the wall. Like, he literally went in the wall. Like I could take a lie detector test. That's on my dead grandmother. Like, I have no reason to lie. I can, anybody who see this, we can, any lie detector test. I will take it. This is not this talking. I trust me. I on everything I stand for. Like everything I stand for. Anybody could, I'm willing to go anywhere, fly out anywhere. If anybody got a lie detector test, you could bring it to me on that. I'm telling you, I've been abducted. I've seen with my own 2 eyes, what you would call a gray, like one of the gray aliens. Like, literally have encounters with them. Like, literally, I documented it. Like, come on, bro. Like, so I know they're real, and I know that they have a program going on, when, where they trying to pretty much preserve their race. So pretty much they doing like a hybrid kind of program. They, you know um implanting our women, getting them pregnant, with alien DNA, and then they'll extract the baby. They'll extract the babies, and it's a hybrid, and they'll let the mother, see, the child, for a few minutes, whatever. They'll let them, let the mother bond with the child, or kids, whatever. And after that, the experience is over. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man. Um, yeah, man. What else? What else? What else? Am I missing anything? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, more of the story, man. I don't want to make this too long, but everybody should just love each other, man. Like, um, I see what's going on. The you know they poisoning the food, the water, the air. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't, yo, listen, I lost so much. Yo, I used to be super brolic. Like I'm not like bony, but like I'm trim. I look good. Like, but I lost a lot of weight because I don't eat a lot of stuff, bro. Like they're literally putting the wildest stuff in our food and in our drinks, like the wildest ish, like wild. I'm talking about. I don't even eat junk food. I don't eat chicken. Like none of that. Like I don't eat junk food. I don't eat chicken. I don't drink soda. Like I don't eat a lot of stuff. I read everything before I intake it. Before I put it in my temple, I read everything. If I can't pronounce it, if I look it up and it's something crazy, I don't put it in. Like anything that says bioengineered is not going in my temple. It's a wrap. Don't eat nothing that says bioengineered. You're bugging. You're bugging. If you anything, nigga, you go you gonna come out looking like Fire Marshal Bill or something. Like you bugging. Like why would you take something that's gonna have you? Nah, y'all bugging. Read, man. Anything sodium, benzoate, or some however you say it, like it, yo, read them sodium phosphate, all of it. Like read all of these ingredients, man. If it's like a word you can't pronounce or something like that, yo, look it up and see. They're gonna be like, okay, this is what's put in cleaning products, and this is harmful to the human body. It skin irritation, um, it mess with it, it messes with brain function, like it messes with the nervous system. This messes with the circulatory system. Oh, this might mess with the respiratory system. Like what? And this is stuff that y'all eating. Like y'all bugging, bro. Like but I'm gonna end it right here, man. We gonna chop it up some more. Like I said, more of the stories. I love y'all. My name Rich Lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? This is you know what I'm saying? Just sipping my wine, just you know what I'm saying, just talking to y'all, man. Talking to the people, man. I love y'all. Y'all be easy, man.